Hello everyone, today I just wanted to come on here, post my second YouTube video and just talk about following this earth versus following God. And as someone who's followed this earth and followed this earthly desires and also have now followed God and made that my life decision, I just want to start off by saying that following God is the best decision you'll ever make. Um, I'll go into more reasons why, but it's something that has been such a blessing in my life. I have had so many more fond memories when following God compared to when following earthly things, and just trying to deep dive on it. Like, following earthly things is like sin, like chasing things that are temporary, money, cars, fame, wealth, oh, I'm sorry, little sheep. Um, Girls, boys, whatever it is, chasing these things, it's just gonna be temporary. It never gives you a full satisfaction. It always leaves a hole in your heart that is never fully able to be filled. And the reason because of that is that hole in your heart that you keep trying to fill with the partying, the drinking, smoking weed, whatever it is truly only filled by God and by the Holy Spirit and by Jesus. And coming from me, I came from like in my last video when I talked about my testimony, I came from a point where I was chasing like at one point I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be the big tough cool kid. Never really worked out because I'm kind of a wimp, but I thought, to be cool and to be happy, I have to be a tough one. I have to be, I have to have everyone like me. I have to have a high status, get invited to a bunch of things, whatever. And I chased that for, year, I think like 2 years, 3 years, maybe even four. Um, and it never truly satisfied me. But when I tell you that when I followed God, you know, I I have been more happy than I have ever been in my life. I have been so blessed with so many opportunities just to be able to spread the gospel and to be able to tell people about God. And even right here, just being able to talk to whoever's listening on YouTube and talk about God is such a blessing. And um, I think when you're chasing God and you're chasing um, just kind of Jesus, there's gonna be so many blessings in your life. And actually there's gonna be blessings in your life, but it's also there's gonna be negative times. Following God and going against this world is not gonna be easy. I've faced um lots of things. Like I used to spread the gospel on Roblox. I'd go on to Roblox, talk to people about God. I got death threats. I got hated on. I got called names. All of these things. And so while, yes, following God and like avoiding earthly things is the best decision I've ever made, it's not the easiest one. You know, I could just as easily as me just going to sleep, I can just turn to this earth. I can go to all these earthly things and find temporary satisfaction and not really worry about God or the judgment and all that stuff. And I can go back to that life of emptiness. Or I could choose to bear my cross and to kind of realize that there's going to be ups and downs and that following God's not going to be easy. And making that decision, because I had made that decision, it has been so amazing. I've even throughout the times of trials, I still find joy in God. I find peace in God. I find a profound peace when I pray to God, and I just seeing how God has worked in my life. Even with all these downs, I know that there's secretly blessings that God has used me in a way of like taking me from going to following earthly things to following Him and letting like that have an impact on me to where I'm able to connect to people and be able to share my story to people who may relate. And this is kind of like a scramble. It doesn't really. I know this video probably is like, what is this guy talking about? I'm sure this video's not the best, but I just want to just reassure to whoever's listening that following this earth is temporary, following God is forever. That that the highest of this world is nowhere near the lowest of God. That God is so great that you can have the most fun ever in this earth. You could go party out, do whatever, go to the most expensive club, get the most expensive, booze, whatever, and it'll be nowhere near. Like when I tell you, like it is like a small pebble, that can like fit under your fingernail compared to the size of the sun. Like that's how great God is gonna be and how God is, you know. So once again, I just encourage everyone to really think about it. Think about the following God and making that declaration because I'm here to tell you it's gonna be the greatest decision you've ever made in your life. And you know, I've never heard someone regret following God. And so yeah, I just want to leave here today just telling you guys, just if anything, encouraging you guys to, bear your cross, to deny this world, to follow your heart, your spirit, and deny your flesh, and you will be rewarded. It'll be amazing. It will be a good decision. I know it's been the best decision I've ever made, and I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. I'm sorry for it being all over the place, but God bless you all. Love you all.